There was a woman who made a video that the only way you could really, really settle your nervous system is to be financially secure. And she's 1,000% right. One of my first videos that ever went viral on my other account was when I had money in the bank because of COVID. I really was prepared for COVID because I watched international news. And while a lot of people didn't take it serious, I took it very serious. I started cashing out stuff. I started stacking money. I really just started in advance minimizing my bills. And I had thousands in the account, close to 10,000, which was the most I had personally ever had in an account. I know it doesn't sound like a lot to a bunch of people, but to me, that was a lot. And it was like money I did not need. All my bills and stuff were still taken care of. And I'll never forget sitting on the sofa and I looked at my dining room table that I had spent damn near almost $1,000 on, and I was looking at the decorations on the wall, and I was looking at a room that I had just for clothes and shoes, and I realized none of that means anything. The only thing that's keeping me from being those people who have to wait in line for food, or those people that are stressed out, and even at the time there were people that are killing themselves, was because I had money in the bank. Because I had that money in the bank, I was able to sleep at night, not worry about where my next meal was going to come from.
Money solves a lot of problems. People want to say you don't need money to solve your problems. Yes, you do. I'm a firm believer is when you get money, the less stressed you'll be, the less anxious you'll be, the less nervous you'll be, the easier you can sleep at night, the easier you can live your life because you have money. People want to go away from you don't need money to be happy. That is totally false. You need money to be happy. You need money to be stress free. You need money to have freedom. Money creates freedom, which creates happiness, which creates a stress free environment, which creates a lot of good things for you. Better kids, better resources. You have to get money. Too many people out here are working and chasing something, but they're not chasing the money. You're worried about this problem, the President Trump, the government, the war here, but you're not worried about getting money. I always talk about this on the No Filter Morning Show. I say this every single time. Money solves a lot of your problems. Money will give you freedom. You getting up every day going to work, that is not freedom. That is you going to work because you have to go to work. When you get into a position when you have financial freedom and you can do whatever you want to do, that is the best feeling in the world. And you never want to lose that opportunity again. Stop listening to people telling you that you don't need money to be happy. You do because you want freedom. Everybody wakes up and sit in their cubicle at work wishing they didn't have to be there. But they have these habits that's continually forcing them to go to work. You want to buy the Gucci's, you want to buy the Louis, you want to go on trips, you want to get that Benz, you want to get that Bentley, you want to get that watch, you want to get that nice chain. So every decision you make in spending is what keeps you locked in that job. A lot of people, if they were just being smart for 5 years, they'd be in a financial position to where they can live free. Where you can live in another country. Some countries you only need $5,000 a month and you'll live like a king. And a lot of people can achieve that, but they don't because they're chasing something that should be like somebody else, to have the things. But those things are material. We all have it. We all have things in our closets that we don't need. And we're like, why did I buy that? We've all been guilty of that. So when you wake up and understand what life is about, you understand that life is about freedom. But how can you get freedom? You have to get that money. Stop fighting the fact that money doesn't create happiness because it does. Don't listen to people that say, oh, you don't need money to be happy. That's not true. You need money to achieve everything you want to achieve in your life, your wife's life, or your husband's life, your kid's life. You have to have money. So your sole focus, as soon as you can start working, as soon as you start getting money, is get my money and stack up so my money can work for me. Too many of us made the wrong decisions, and now we're working 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You see people in Costco, 70 years old, working because they have to work. You don't want to work because you have to work. You want to live free. You want to have a good life. But in order to have that freedom, you have to have money. And people don't want to focus on the money because you know why? To a lot of people, making money is hard. A lot of people want to enjoy the fruits of their labor right now. Do you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor for something that's temporary, or do you want to enjoy the fruits of labor that is forever your life? That's what you have to understand.
And it was the first time I had ever had that type of security, that type of calmness in a crisis. No, I take that back. One time when I had to pay to get a boot removed, and I had the money right then and there. And I have, ever since then, always felt like I have to have money in the bank. Have to. Debt scares me. Not having money for an emergency just bothers me. While I'm just moving in my place and I got to try and decorate and I got to try and get everything else situated, my goal is to pay my rent up 3 months in advance, because I will always do that from this point on, rent or mortgage. And then also make sure I keep those double-digit commas in the account. And this is money I don't have to touch. And it may sound like a lot. I promise you, I fully understand that if you're paycheck to paycheck. But there are a lot of people who can do it. It's just you think that if you don't do it within a month, you can't do it at all. These are my goals by the end of the year. Because when I was with the nurse, I kind of ran through my money because I wasn't working. But that was on me. But now I have 1 month. I need 2 more. And I have a desk coming in next week. Little things at a time. Remember, keep your rent or mortgage paid 3 months in advance. Keep an account that has at least minimum $5,000 in the account. The way that you will be able to sleep at night is astonishing. She was not lying. She was not lying.
Stack your money up, have a plan, put yourself in a position to be stress-free, put yourself in a position to get freedom. It just takes discipline. You can take money, even if you live in paycheck to paycheck, you can take $20 out of each check and put it up into an account to where it's earning some interest or something. It just starts with habits when you're having little money. You don't start these habits when you have a lot of money. You start it when you just now making money and you put a little bit to the side and you just create those habits. What it is the reason why people are broke is because they don't have good spending habits. Be smart with your money, have good spending habits, put yourself in a position to make money all the time, but have the habits and the discipline to save your money and put and work towards a goal. If you start with a little, then you can do it with a lot. A lot of people like to wait till they get a lot to start. No, start with a little. Whether that's $5 every paycheck, then you move up to $10, then you move up to $20. Just constantly stacking that money to the side, putting it away. That's the most important thing you guys got to understand. Put your money away. That's what you have to do. But it starts when you have no money. If you want to live a stress-free life, if you want to be free, if you want to do the things that you want to do, you have to have money. Don't let anybody tell you different. Money is what creates freedom. That's what creates happiness. That's what creates a stress-free life. That's the goal of everybody. That's the reason why you're working hard, right? You want to work hard now, and then later on, you want to have a good life. Do whatever you want to do. You want to have the freedom of doing whatever the heck you want to do. But that takes discipline, and that takes focusing on money and not focusing on the stupid stuff. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's always going to keep this thing rock, keep it going. Make sure you tap into the No Filter Morning Show Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out.